Hope you got yours, cause I got mine. I'm talking Payoneer, net spin, Venmo, stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash.
Check reparation, check reparation, check reparation, check reparation, check reparation, check reparation, check reparation.
And we're up in this thing. I am TZ Von Savage, your host, and this is the Keep It P podcast, where we take news, situations, and everyday occurrences, and we show how one could or cannot be keeping it P. And regrettably, James Earl Jones, authoritative actor and voice of Darth Vader, has passed away at the age of 93. The honorary Oscar recipient and two-time Tony winner overcame a stutter problem to stand out in such films as The Great White Hope, The Lion King, Field of Dreams, and The Sandlot. Again, with a broken heart, I want to let you know that FBA Black Community Leader has passed away. Now, he wasn't out there busting and shaking moves, but he did bust down a lot of barriers. We still need to support our heroes like they do. They don't care what their heroes done did, how they done messed up. They don't care. They still going to support them to the bitter end. They still going to support Aerosmith. They still going to support Bob Dylan. You see how they ain't nobody pulling no Harvey Weinstein movies off the shelves. You can still stream all of them. But where's R. Kelly? We quick to throw away our own heroes. I got they did a whole little write-up, a whole little video on it. I'm gonna share that with y'all. Here we go. I had it queued up, but you know how Poop Tube likes to do.
And screen with a voice that
pray for you morning and evening.
for over 70 years he graced stage and screen with a voice that commanded attention.
Don't you try and go through life worried if somebody like you or not.
James Earl Jones was born in rural Mississippi in 1931,
FBA,
raised by his
baby.
mother and his grandparents. As a child, he developed a debilitating stutter.
You never get over it, really. You simply learn how to work around it,
A high school teacher helped Jones find his confidence and his voice. He fell in love with the stage at the University of Michigan and debuted on Broadway in 1957.
Just on a block and then keeping him off me.
His breakthrough Tony-winning performance came as boxing champ Jack Johnson in The Great White Hope, which was later turned into a movie.
Because every time you push that pinched up face in front of me, I see where it done got me.
As his movie career grew, he continued acting on the small screen.
I
The first celebrity guest on Sesame Street.
I am your father.
But it was a 2.5-hour voiceover session for George Lucas that changed his life.
So he hires a guy born in Mississippi, raised in Michigan, who stutters. And that's the voice, and that's me. I lucked out.
The role propelled him, or at least his voice, to worldwide fame as Darth Vader in Star Wars. For the next 40 years, he excelled on stage, winning a second Tony Award.
James Earl Jones.
And on the big screen, a Navy admiral in The Hunt for Red October.
And I was never here.
In The Lion King.
You are more than what you have become.
The voice of a network.
This is CNN.
And the voice of all baseball fans in Field of Dreams.
People will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
He received an honorary Academy Award, had a Broadway theater named for him, became a Kennedy Center honoree, continuing to work in new projects and revisiting classic roles.
I'm only brave when I have to be. May I have your attention, please?
On screen and in life, James Earl Jones was a king.
The goal wasn't to be a billionaire or to be a Hollywood star, to be a part of good storytelling. The goal was about that.
I found you!
He found his voice, and we got a legend. Steve Patterson, NBC News, Los Angeles.
We gotta remember our heroes. Even though he was subject to some Hakuna Matataism, that ain't the point. It's about supporting our heroes. Rest in peace.
And joining me now
James
is Saha Kapoor on Capitol Hill, and Courtney Cubie, of course, is at the Pentagon.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold your phone and scold you about being off code. Love, peace, blessings, and maloha. I gotta go high for sure high. You already know how. Big brother like Rice Supreme on my T.